Hello everyone. Today our group will be presenting our application called SafeTrack Expiry Tracker. SafeTrack is an application designed to help people keep track of the expiry dates of their food and other everyday products. Users can add their items into the app and SafeTrack will remind them before those items expire. The main idea is simple. Instead of finding food that is expired at the back of your fridge and throwing it away, SafeTrack will remind you to use those items before it's too late. So why did we come up with this idea? Our group selected SDG 12 responsible consumption and production. This SDG focuses on reducing waste and encouraging people to use resources more responsibly. One of the problems related to SDG 12 is food waste, which is the main problem our application focuses on. Food waste happens very often in our daily lives. For example, we buy milk, vegetables, or other grocery items, we put them in the fridge, and later completely forgot about them. When we finally remembers them again, they may have already expired. So we have no choice but to throw them in the trash. And when we waste food, we're not only wasting the food itself, we are also wasting the water, energy, money, and other resources that were used to produce these items. This is where SafeTruck comes in. By reminding users about upcoming expiry dates, our app encourages them to use their food before it expires instead of letting it go to waste. In this way, SafeTruck can help reduce food waste at a household while supporting SDG 12, which is responsible consumption and production. Now, I will be passing to my groupmate who will be explaining our target users.
Hello, my name is Pomyanai, and I will talk about the target users. Okay. Food waste is a growing problem. Around 10% of the food waste in European Union and over 22% of household food waste in studies such as Malaysia are caused by food reaching or passing its expiry date. So to help this issue, we developed our application for students, working adults, and family who have a busy lifestyles and store grocery at home. Okay, let's look at characteristics. Okay, our target users are students, working adults, and families with busy daily schedule. So they often buy grocery in large quantities and store them in a refrigerator or in a cabinets. Because of their busy routines, they may forget when food expiry is. So we designed our application to be simple, user-friendly, and easy for anyone with basic smartphone skills to use. Okay, so needs. Our user need an easy needs. Our user need an easy way to keep track of food expiry dates without checking every item manually. They also need a reminder notification before food expiry, so they can consume it while it is still safe. Our application help user organize their groceries, reduce food waste, and save money and improve food safety. So challenges. One of the biggest challenge is remembering the expiry date of different food items, especially when buying grocery in large quantities. Food stored in refrigerators or cupboard can easily be forgotten until it has already expired. This led to unnecessary food waste, extra spending, and the risk of eating expired food. Our application addressed these challenges by sending reminder notification, organizing food into categories, and making expiry date easy to track.
Hello everyone, my name is Danny Aun and I will be talking about our proposed application. So our application is called SafeTrack Expiry Tracker, as you have already known. So when you first enter the app, this is the interface that you will encounter. So after going through the intro interface, the user will see the main page where it will display the items of the users like showing here. So how exactly does the app work? So let's look at how the user can add an item into the app. So to add the item into the app, the users can tap on the plus icon on the bottom right of the sample screen, and then it will show the barcode or enter manually. So first, the The user can enter the app through barcode or just enter all the dates and stuff manually. And the second, the app will automatically confirm the name of the item, but the user will have to confirm the date by themselves so that there will be no error when it comes to expiry. And after that, the app will take over the reminding part and will send notifications 7 days, 3 days, and 1 day before it expires. The first feature is, of course, the barcode scanning. This makes things easier for the users to add the item into the app. Of course, manually entering will take some time and may even make some mistakes. But of course, the user will still confirm the date. And the second feature is the 3-stage reminder. So reminding just also to this 3-stage notification system, the user will actually know 7 days, 3 days, and 1 day before the item goes expire. So this makes the user more likely to notice about the item, reducing waste. And the third feature is one of the distinct features that we have implemented, and is the share system. So the users can create a household group or just a group with the members he want to add into, and in that group, all the items of all the users will be displayed with their own name tag. So all the user can know which item belongs to who. And this is the important part. If an item in that list isn't used 1 day before it expires, it will actually pop up as free to use to everyone. This is like a little fun game between the users. This creating urgency for the original owner, like they have to give away the items, and giving free food for other users, making getting their attention to the food that might go expire. So through this system, this will reduce the waste not just on the individual level, but on the whole household level. This is all for the proposed application. Now, Jaron will be taken over to explain about G1 prototypes.
And my name is Jaron. Alright, so this is where all the coding is. Firstly, I have to show the important stuff that will be used in the code. We've got javax.swing wildcard, java.awt wildcard, and java.awt.event wildcard. The wildcard, which is the asterisk replaced, will import all the classes from those packages. Next, we have java.localTime and java.time.localDateTime, which allows us to use dates and time and dates without time in the program. Then there's java.time.temporal.chronoUnit. ChronoUnit will let the program measure the difference between 2 dates inputted. Now, this is where the code starts. This is what we call the splash screen, which is what you see once you open the program. We first start with the frame using JFrame and name it SafeTrack_splash. The layout we use is flow layout, which arranges the lines from left to right. Set size sets the frame at the size we give. Then set default close operation is set to exit_on_close, which will terminate the program once the user clicks on the X. Set location relative to no makes the frame center on the user's screen. We use JLabel for both the title and subtitle, and use set font to Bologna and Sans. Then font dot will decide whether the font will be in full or normal, and in normal the Java will call it plain, and the value next to it will be how big it displays in the frame. Next is JButton, which places a button into the frame. This button can be pressed and lead to the next screen by using add action listener bracket E arrow, and dispose will close the frame rather than using exit, the system exit, which exits the whole program. Next line has the name of the next frame that the program will open, which is the dashboard. This is the dashboard. This is and this is where the app starts and where the current items are placed at. This screen is titled Save Track dash My Items and also centered and will terminate the program when closed, just like every screen on this program. We use grid layout to get this layout, and the numbers in the line in order are number of rows, number of columns, the space in horizontal gap, and the space in vertical gap. We use JLabel for the heading of My Items and use the sans font. There's also an invisible border to move the text. The numbers are 30 to the top, 40 to the left, 20 to the bottom, and 20 to the right. Then the items have local date .of and a date written to it. The dates represent when the item will expire, but what we see in the program is how long it expires. To get to the expired part, chrono unit was used and is set to days between now to the date inputted. The colors on the expiry show the severity as to how long the product still has left. Red meaning it either already expired or expires in that day. Orange meaning it will expire in less than 3 days, and green means that it still has more than 3 days. There's also a button at the bottom for users to add items. This brings us to the next screen. This screen is called Add Item, which lets the user add items to the item list of items. There are two options given by the program. Currently, we want to look at the adding items manually, as the barcode scanner is coming soon. Now, this is where you input the item details. The product and expiry sections are where the user can input the details of the item, but where the item is stored is given in the combo box using JCombo box of 3 options: fridge, freezer, and pantry. Then once the user is done with their input, they can save the item with the save item button using J button. Then a pop-up will indicate that the item is saved. Now I will pass it to Phone, who will be presenting about the AI reflection.
Now I will present responsible of AI reflections. Okay, artificial intelligence plays an important role throughout our projects. First, AI played an important role throughout our projects. First, we used AI to research existing food expiry tracker applications. And also AI help us identifying the strength and weakness of different apps, which give us useful ideas for improving our own application. And we also used AI to improve our application design by letting AI suggest better layouts, colors, and navigation to create a more attractive and user-friendly interface. During development, AI helped us review our code by finding errors and suggesting more efficient programming methods. However, we use AI only as a learning and support tool. All final decisions, design choices, codings, and creative ideas were made by our group members. In conclusion, reviewing existing applications helped us to understand both good features and common problems in food expiry tracker apps. We applied these findings to design a cleaner and more user-friendly application. And AI also supports us during the project by helping with research, improving our design, and reviewing our code to make it more organized and efficient. However, AI was only used for guidance, while all final decisions and implementation were completed by our team. So, so overall, we successfully developed a practical food expiry tracker application that help user manage food more efficiently and reduce food waste. Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening to our presentation.